Let me tell you guys what is chopping my money, like what I'm spending my money on every month. And that is my monthly expenses. Most content creator I follow already make these videos like, hey, this is how much I spend in Calgary, in Edmonton, how much we spend as a family of four, family of three in Ontario, and all that. There are several videos online about this, but I live in the most expensive part of Alberta, and that is Fort McMurray. Fort Mac is a very small town. We're about 70,000 population, and you can move around the town within just 20 minutes. So, but it is the most expensive town in Alberta, the most expensive place to live in Alberta. Because of what? Because of the oil field. Like it's this place is the Port Harcourt of Alberta. So, we all know Port Harcourt in Nigeria, it's a very expensive city. It's the same thing as Fort McMurray. And about 70% of people that work here works in the oil field. So, and anywhere there is oil, there will be money and everything will be expensive. Before I go on, my name is Taiwan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing me on your screen, don't forget to click on the like and the subscribe button. I work in the trade industry here in Alberta, and most of my videos are all about life as a tradesman here in Canada, especially as an immigrant working in the trade industry. It is very rare to see a fellow immigrant in the trade industry, especially in this part of the world. Maybe in Ontario it's different, or in Manitoba it's different, but it is so rare in this part of the world. So I just talk about life and all that. So if you love my content and you love my video, hey, don't forget to click on the like and the subscribe button. We all meet at the top. So one thing is that we only have just one way. We only have just one highway that lead in and out of this small town. So it is very expensive to live here. Now I'm going to start with mortgage. My mortgage is 1,800 every month, including tax, everything like tax and all that. 1,800 every month. And it's a single family house, 4 bedroom, with basement, fully furnished, legal basement, and all that. Now, why is it so cheap? Is because a colleague of mine works with all this thing, and before the house hit the market, hey, it's going to buzz us like, hey, are you guys interested and all that? And that is how I buy my property. Like this is my second property here in Canada, and my first one is an apartment, so I've never slept at night there. I just bought it and I list it on a BNB, and this one also I list my basement on a BNB just to serve as an additional income. So I'm going to buy my third property very, very soon. So if you stay in a BNB here in Fort McMurray, there is high chance that you stay in one of my property. So, and that is it. In this country, as an Ijebu guy, you just have to be wise. I know. So, and that is how my mortgage goes by. So I paid 1,800 every month, and my basement Airbnb suite pays for the mortgage, and I have another one that serves additional source of income and all that. So, and after that, the next thing is groceries. So food is very expensive here. So I spend about 1,500 on groceries every month. Like food is even more than that every month. So, but let's just round it about 1,500 every month, because depending on if it's summer or winter and also, but in general I spend about 1,500 every month, because most of the time I just have to buy from Edmonton, buy from Calgary, travel down and also, and that is how things are. So most we don't really, we only have just one superstore here and one Walmart. So we don't have all those big stores as like Edmonton, Calgary, and also now you, and anything, if you want to buy anything, you just have to buy it from those big city. And from Calgary to here is about 9 hours journey, and Edmonton to here to Fort Mac is about 5 hours journey. So you have to pay people to help you to bring all these things down here and all. So that is how, like, that is about the grocery part. And the next one is transportation. For transportation, I spend, like, I'm talking about gas. So for gas, I spend about, that is petrol. So for gas, I spend about $100, for gas, and it is so cheap. Sometimes maybe 70 80 some month, but at worst $100. Spend about $100 every month because it's a very small town. So where are you going? Except maybe you're going to Edmonton for something. But if it's just to move around the town, you're not going to spend anything. So like where are you going? It is just 15, 10 minute trip, 6 minutes. At worst, maybe 15 minutes if you're going from Timberley to downtown or from Tilwood. Except maybe you're taking your truck down to work, you use your truck as like you use your car, personal car, to work and all that. So if not, like people don't really spend much on gas in this side, and gas is very, very expensive. So that is why most company here will give you a work truck. Like for me, I have a work truck. So like if work car. So now, like instead of taking my car to work, so I use the company car so to work. So and also most company there's always diversified bus. So there's always this bus around everywhere here, whereby if you're going to work on site, they will take you to work and they will bring you back. So and they won't charge you anything. It's free of charge. So now if you even if you don't have a company car, or maybe you don't even have your own personal car, you can, and you're going to work, you can take the diversify, we call them the Syncrude or any CRNR, anywhere. So now they will take you to work and back, and that is how it's being paid by all these oil companies and all. So that is, you don't really, you need a car to survive here, but for in terms of work and everything, mostly your company will give you, depending on your position, they will give you a work truck. And if they don't provide, if they can't provide you a work truck, there's a bus that will take you to work and bring you back in the evening. So like that is it. And you can move around the town within just 10 minutes. So you're really not spending anything on gas. It's because gas is so expensive here. Even though they produce gas, it's the same as Port Harcourt. Petrol is very expensive in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, even though they are the one producing it from there. So it's the same thing here. They will produce it from here, they will, do everything from here, but they will send it back to maybe Edmonton to refine it, and bring it back to this side. So, that is why it is so expensive here compared to other cities and all that. So now, and that is that about the gas thing, what the transportation and all. So another thing I spend my money on is bill, like water bill, electricity, waste and everything. All these bills. So for my electricity last month, I think it's 300. So Atco, I use Atco. So they send me $300. And it because the temperature is getting cold right now, and we all have to on the heater. So that is that about the bill. So now the bills are rising, especially the electricity bill. So it's now rising because it's winter period. So and that is that. And for the water and waste, it's around 220 every month. So 220, 230, depending, and also which is still not bad. So and for my insurance I paid 600. I'm talking about my mortgage and car insurance, everything in total. I paid about maybe like 650 every month for that. So yeah. And for my internet, I use Telos fiber optic, so the 2 GB of speed. So, and I paid about $60 for that because I'm on my employment plan and everything. EPP, I don't like if you know all this thing, like so the EPP employment clinical plan like that. So it's so cheap so that was $60 because I use my company EPP, to get a good deal from Telos. So, and it's 2 GB of speed, which is so fast. And, I need to upload. I love having a fast speed internet. So, and it's fiber optics. And I love a fast speed. I can't live without internet. So, I think that is that about everything I spend. The rest is miscellaneous, buying jargons on Amazon and buying things I don't really need. So, that is it. So, so now that is it in this part of the world. So Alberta is so cheap. Alberta is not that expensive to live in compared to Ontario. I have a friend that spent about $7,000 monthly, in Toronto. So I'll just be like, what the fuck is that? Like, why are you spending that kind of money? So now, like, I don't know, like, Alberta is so cheap, and that is what I spend my money on. Yeah. And that will be the end of my video. If you love my content and you love this kind of video, don't forget to click on the like and the subscribe button, and also comment on my video. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.